How you doing?
Good.
All right. Keep your banner up over there. I got you splattered all over the things and all. Have a seat anyway. All right. I'll recognize you somewhere.
Okay, no problem. Thanks. Excuse me.
It's a terrible. You know when he's on the phone.
All kinds of stuff going on here.
With a six-man crew, everyone pretty much.
You at the time of your life.
I'm going to introduce the important person here tonight, and is our host, the president here of Berkeley Little League. Everything in this room, this man made it all happen. Started 6 months ago, and here we are today. So let me introduce you to Bob Everett from Berkeley Little League, your host and MC tonight.
I think that will take care of that. I usually don't need a microphone, folks. Thank you very much. I want to welcome everybody to Berkeley Little League in Ocean County, and I hope we're going to see some great baseball. What am I saying? I hope. I know we're going to see some great baseball over the next week. Without a doubt, the best baseball in New Jersey. And I'm going to introduce a gentleman now from the 1949 Hamilton Little League. Mr. Art Crowder, could you have a stand up, please? 1949, he played in 3 straight Little League World Series. I can't wait to get it. And also from our 75 team at Lakewood Little League, we have the co-managers here. Mr. Dick Work, where are you at? Mr. Butch Bellatran. And I also want to recognize Mr. Ed Sharnacle. Where are you at, Ed? Sitting over here. He's a former district administrator in District 18. I had never had the pleasure of meeting him until a couple of days ago. You're going to see one heck of a pin collection in there. Wait till you see all those pins and stuff. I want to thank him for sharing that with us. Judy Noonan, Councilwoman Sophia Gingrich, Councilman Angelo Guadagno, Councilman John Vecchione. And because I always forget to do this, always, and you guys will learn, you should never forget to do this. My wife is sitting in the back. I have to thank her. I think that's her. I haven't seen her in a couple of months. With that, I'm going to introduce our mayor right now, and he can turn this over, and we're going to be moving things right along.
Thank you, Bob. And a round of applause for Bob Everett. Here in both the township. This facility was one of the first public-private partnerships in the state of New Jersey, and it continues to thrive because of all the volunteers that helped us get this thing going. So while you're here, I encourage you to take advantage of many activities in our area: fishing, crabbing, the cool waters of Cedar Creek and Dudley Park, of course the golf course at Veterans Park, hiking trails, Cranberry Bogs, Double Trouble State Park, and of course the best New Jersey beaches at Island Beach State Park, and so on. So it is my honor and privilege to introduce to you the Lieutenant Governor of the State of New Jersey, Kim Guadagno.
Thank you, Mayor. No relation to Councilman Guadagno, but at least you know how to pronounce our name in this town. Isn't that right, Councilman? Mayor Amata, thank you so much. Thank you, and congratulations to everybody tonight on your 75th anniversary of the Little League. I can't think of a better place to celebrate it than right here, right now, tonight, and to start that celebration right here, right now, tonight. I want to thank Derek Davis, Tony Richardson, Bob Everett, everybody on every level who made this happen, most of all the men who were doing the lines as we walked in today behind the fence, because it's hot out there tonight, and I know you have to be ready for tomorrow. I want to thank you all for having me tonight. I especially want to thank the parents. I have 3 boys. One's 21, one's 18, one's 13. And they all play different sports, but they all started with Little League Baseball. And I know as a parent, especially the moms, the highest of highs Little League Baseball can bring you, and the lowest of lows Little League Baseball can bring you. Just to get here to this room tonight, they are champions. So boys, for just a moment, because of what your parents will be suffering for the next 4 or 5 days, because of what your parents have already suffered, the highest of highs and the lowest of lows, would you just do me one favor, not as Lieutenant Governor, but as a mom who sat in the same chairs as your parents? Would you just stand up and applaud them for everything they've done for you in the last 12 years? Yeah, applaud louder. They deserve it. But I think what we need to talk about for just a little bit is that these baseballs are baseball kids. These kids are growing into not just Little League baseball players. Maybe some of them will be lucky enough to become Major League Baseball players. But no matter what they are the future of our state and our country. Whether they go into government, I don't recommend it. Right, Carmen? Whether they go into business, or whether they continue on in the sport of baseball, they are the next leaders and the next generation. That's what this week is really about. That's what I hope, Mark, you talk about. I hope what we read about in the book you're going to hear some more about, because this is a fabulous, fabulous sport. But baseball is in our blood here in New Jersey. Many of you may not know that the very first modern baseball game was played right here in New Jersey in Hoboken.
The one thing that they said on the clip, the time of your life, it starts right here. And I hate to say it, but the Lieutenant Governor stole my speech. I know as state director, and I've been involved for 30 years in baseball, Little League Baseball. My son's 37 now. But it's that passion that I have for guys like you. There's 300 teams wish they would be here today, but there's 4 left standing. And one of you will go on to Bristol to represent the great state of New Jersey at the Eastern Regional, and then, as she said earlier, and go on to Williamsport. And I hope to see you there.
I got a couple other folks that I need to thank before I bring on our next guest, and I talk a little bit about him. I do want to thank our executive board from Berkeley Little League and all the people that have given us the help to organize this. We have been down here till midnight some night working down here. A few people in particular: Pat Mooney, Gina Herrera, the Tuzzos, Pete Marciano, and Glenn Bearden, Todd Sajewicz, his wife Christine. They're all in the back working around. And anybody else I forgot that's been here, you know who you are. Marty Higgins delivered all those packages all the way around. John Bentemegda helped us with some construction work we've done here. I can go on and on and on and on, and if I forget...
That it's gone on, that my career has been over, the more I'll get that if somebody sees my identification and sees Leiter, and they'll always ask, are you the other pitcher? And now, recently, I was over visiting my mom, and there was an older couple that the gentleman came up to me and said, "Excuse me, are you the dad of Mark Leiter Jr.?" And I just started laughing. I thought, oh my God, we went from being, am I Al's brother, to now are you Mark Jr.'s father? So, but it's also nice to be under the radar, because I got to enjoy a heck of a long career, and I loved every minute of it. And it all started right here, Morridge Avenue. There was one field, and there was also a field over in Bayville Park, and this is where we all grew up playing. In 1968, my oldest brother, John, came home and asked our father if he could join Little League, and my dad knew nothing about it, which is pretty funny, because our whole career, everybody always asked my brother and I, they always say, boy, your dad must have been a good ball player, and our dad never played ball. My oldest brother got started and fell in love with it, and we just followed suit. So really, without my brother John, I don't know whether Al and I would have played as long as we did and had the careers we had. But it all started here, and we were fortunate. We had a coach named George Mai, Mr. Mai. He was our Little League coach and really made it fun. We had a lot of fun playing Little League, and we were very good, so maybe that's one of the reasons also. But we had a lot of fun. We used to play an 18-game schedule, and there were two real good teams in the league, and we were both in the same division. It was the Braves, which is the team I was on, and the Giants, which had some good players, good Little League kids. I'm not sure many of them played varsity by the time they got to high school. But the craziest thing with all you guys playing here, and as good as you are, and how many good teams are out there that you've beaten, the team that I was on, we were 17-1, and we didn't even win our division. We had to have a one-game playoff with the team that was also 17-1, played each team twice. Our pitching staff that year was myself, Jeff Musselman, who played 4 years in the major leagues, and my brother Al. And we couldn't even win our own division, never mind the championship or anything else. And I would tell players that story throughout my career, and every one of them would laugh and just be blown away. That, geez, three future major leaguers, you didn't even get to the championship. And as everybody was talking, and it was Todd Zeal, it was Mike Piazza, my brother Al, John Franco, Robin Ventura, it was a whole group of us, and all the hitters were saying what great pitchers they were when they were little, and all the pitchers, we were saying what great hitters we were. But what I noticed was nobody talked about when they were 10, 11, or 14, or 15. It was Little League where you guys are today, and how exciting that was for some of the guys who even got as far as you guys are right now. And our senior years of high school, how much fun the baseball was. Nobody talked about their great college career, and nobody talked about their freshman year in high school. So this is the year for you guys, regardless of how far you go, you're gonna remember this the rest of your life. You're very fortunate, you're all obviously very good ball players. And Al just looked and he goes, "Why not us?" I'm like, "What do you mean, why not us?" There's a lot of good ball players out there. He said, "But why not us?" At the time, there were 700 major league players. He said, "Why not us? Why shouldn't it be?" My first reaction was, I don't know, I'm just feeling pretty fortunate that we're getting to do this. But it is true, and as the years went on, it was like, there's 700 players. So when my son fell in love with baseball, I thought, I don't know how far he can go. Wasn't a very big kid growing up. But why not? Work as hard as you can. Don't be a know-it-all, because none of us know everything. Believe that someday, hey, maybe I can make it. So his dream is still alive, and yet you guys are 12 with hopefully nice long futures ahead of you. For me, I got to play till I was 39 years old, and I never took it for granted. When I was a freshman in high school, I got cut from the baseball team. But I knew I was better than that. Maybe I didn't get enough looks or whatever it was, but I wasn't going to give up. So good luck to all of you, and congratulations. You're all winners. Good luck.
He's not good. You're not good.
Team 14 and 17.
I'm gonna move over.
Sorry.
Supposed to walk in front of it.
I want to thank Bob Everett, Berkeley Little League, and Little League International for inviting me to be a part of this wonderful tournament. and speak about the importance of community baseball. So let me tell you about what I've learned since I've been down here. If you pretty much put me in any town in the United States, I can judge its health by going to its baseball fields and facilities. And let me tell you something, Berkeley's doing just fine. Thank you very much. Every young person needs positive outlets outside of the classroom, outside of their home, outside of their handheld device to maintain that balance. With budget cutbacks by school districts and by local governments, the number of positive outlets available to our youths throughout the country is shrinking. Community baseball, by its own definition, creates an opportunity where every child, regardless of skill level, can play baseball in their hometown. And in order for community baseball to work, in my view, it calls for sacrifices. And take it all back home with you, and then talk about it for the rest of the summer and the rest of your lives. I want to thank you all for allowing me to be a part of this wonderful tournament. And again, thank you.
Gavin Fox. John Lloyd. Isaac Eberly. Brock Mercado. Nick Triano.
Ocean City Upper Township Little League. Congratulations. One more time. Section for Ocean City.
Drew Packett. Liam Winslow. Matt Gibney. Eric Drodis. Anthony D'Amico. Bill DeCrease. Nick Aversa.
I'm the man.
Okay, a little bit more housekeeping real quick. Parents, you know the Asbury Park Press was here doing little video interviews with your children tonight.
Justin Casella, number 12. Sebastian Sebo Muller, number 15. Will DeMilt, number 11. Anthony Peterson, number 7. David Ione, number 2. Joey Bellotti, number 9. Did I get everybody?
Oh, we all did. No, I got it.
Oh. Justin Villani, number 13. Will Romano, number 6. Coaches Bill DeMilt, Darren Ione.
Nicky D, Nick DeRose. Christian Wood. Alex Civitella. Big hit Bill Flory. Colin Baker. Tyler Avalon. Jonathan Giordano. Jason Katz. And last, all I'm going to say is, Kayla.